Valentine's stories are about love interests, right? It's who loves who and why and whether the love is new and exciting or old and mellow. Of course, new love has sometimes been encouraged by friends and family, so by the time the lovers get around to doing what's expected of them, everything is on a sort of ho-hum track that results in a mellow ending, and everybody, including the parents and the community, just sort of settles back to happily ever after state. And there really are love stories that are old and exciting. Don't laugh. It happens. They may happen to people who were happily married, but he or she has always eyed this person who reminds them of the daydreams they had when they were kids. Then a couple of spouses die and their partners finally have a clear field to an exciting finale with each other. I'm okay with that. Either way, what happens is suitable. But one time, there was this couple that got it all mixed up. She was old and excitable, and he was young and mellow. She was 69 years old, going on 70. He was probably somewhere around 33 years old. Undeniably, there was some sort of spark between them. She was sort of sophisticated, even if less prosperous than she would have liked to be, and had to find her glamorous clothes at upscale consignment shops. He was at the beginning of what he intended to be a prosperous career, and had reluctantly invested in an automobile that cost him most of his salary. They kept these circumstances to themselves as they began indulging in long talks during cocktail hour at the local bistro. She advised him to buy excellent insurance so he would be protected during his exciting business endeavors. He told her of sound investment opportunities that would safely increase her financial nest egg. They agreed to make one another their beneficiary because it was hard to know who to trust these days, and they had such a good relationship. Inevitably, over time, many martinis led to more. And afterward, he said he was sorry, and she said, "Don't be. It was wonderful." They made plans to spend Valentine's weekend at a resort where people would think they were mother and son, and they wouldn't have to offer explanations to anybody. She put together a nice wardrobe that would demonstrate her prosperity and self-esteem. He got a haircut and bought a silk robe that went well with his rippling muscles. He convinced her to check into the resort
There you
hotel
are, Miss Levy.
first
Room 117.
Oh, thank you
because
very much. And my
they
card.
would push her
Get the
into
bags for
paying
Tony.
the
Yes,
tab.
take these bags up to 117,
She
please.
did so
Wait, these four?
without
Yes,
reluctance,
careful.
because it would give her time to make arrangements for the evening, and she brought along a flask of martinis to get things off to a good start. He had plans too, and calmly made his way up to the resort's back stairwell to surprise her. He, too, had a generous supply of liqueur in his overnight bag. She excitedly opened the door when he knocked, and he entered quietly, confident that he knew what he was doing. They each retrieved their refreshments, laughing over how they had both planned ahead so well.
We're gonna run into them tonight.
She poured him a drink from her
I can't
flask,
drink it more than once a month.
and he poured her a drink from the bottle in his
This is so cute.
overnight bag. And then they had another. Within moments, each was sound asleep, or seemed to be. Alas, she could never collect his insurance because he hadn't purchased any, and she would never know that because she never woke up from her nap on the lovely heart-shaped resort bed. Sadly, he would never collect as the beneficiary of her estate, because she didn't have an estate, and it really didn't matter because he never woke up from his nap either. And to this day, whoever sleeps in that room can hear their cries.